Hey everybody, welcome back. We're at the Songs I Heard in Anime week again. We'll be doing Slip Out. So to clean things up and really bring you on my journey so you can see the progress instead of just the ramblings, I'm actually gonna make sure I dig in and focus on each specific section as I do it. Obviously, starting with the intro. Now, where I look out on the intro is that it's the same thing for the rhythm and the lead section. Same chords and same patterns. So as I learn one, I should learn the other. It's just a matter of learning it on two different guitars, which, I'm good with that. Now, the main thing that I'm working on right now that I've got to report so far is the chords. So for the intro, the chords involved are C, G, F, the A power chord or A fifth, whatever they call it, and the G power chord or G fifth, however they call it. Still trying to figure that one out. I got to learn more of the guitar lingo, not just the playing part. So yeah, there's that. But the problem that it's given me, or not the problem, but the challenging thing is switching between the chords in proper time. Which for one thing is why I'm dialing it down to about 60%, and I think on the back end of my practice I do 70%, just to make sure I keep that idea in my head of getting faster and faster. But the main thing is the chord change itself and where I have to get my fingers to agree with me. So going from C to G, simple enough. But the one that's giving me the problem is G to F, as you can see here. So one thing that I have in my mind from I think it was might have been Carnival or Runaround, but the anchor finger. Keeping one finger that's going to be on the same chord or on the same string in a chord on two different chords, and moving my other fingers around that. I can't really do that on the G to F because they all change, but I figure I can focus on moving one finger first and then the others can flow with it. In this case, ring finger. So when I go from C to G, I bring ring finger down first and then the index and middle come second. And then when I go from G to F, I'll put the ring finger first, then the middle, then the index. Uh, so I think that might help me clean things up a bit there as far as making sure I change on time. And speaking of time, I also have to make sure I'm good on the uh, picking hand, because as I think I've noted at least one other video before, I've where like if I'm slowing down, I might slow down on the picking as well, just to make sure they all come down at the same time, which is good because it keeps them together, but bad because it throws me behind on the tempo of the song. So I got to make sure to get both going clean and quickly, which also has me looking into my technique, not picking so hard, not holding the fret so hard, so I can move faster. But that's one thing I'm working on off to the side. But yeah, pretty much as for that, yeah, I'm working on those chords, working on clean changing, working on using one finger to lead the change and slowing it down. So I'm going to show you what that sounds like, starting with the rhythm section. So to kick off this whole thing on the rhythm section, I will be using the Telecaster, channeling my inner Koyuki here, making sure I really clean them up on this one. And then along with the guitar, I've also decided to throw in the pedals, just to work on the sound and the technique at the same time. Now, based off my initial research of the song, the rhythm section, Koyuki's part, is played with overdrive. So as you can see, got a little light on showing you that it's ready to go. And for levels, I've got level about a third of the way maxed out, tone about halfway, and drive a little more than halfway. Still more or less trying to work that out. As far as what it is, I'm just figuring it out by ear, along with doing some research and listening to other covers, see what I can pick up. But yeah, that's what I'm working with on this section today. As I mentioned on the for the rhythm section and the lead section, pretty much the whole intro portion. Right now, I'm playing it at 60 to 70%. So I'm going to show you what that sounds like and what I'm working on cleaning up. So yeah, as you saw and heard on that one, slow but decent. Couple little bits I need to pick up, and then, like I said, there's also the G to F part. I can do that part efficiently enough when it's just one chord switch, and I'm not having to strum at the same time. When I have to do it in time to keep up with the tempo, a little harder, obviously. I figure that's the way it goes for most people. So right now the idea is play it at 60 and 70%, drill that 1,000 times, and as I do it, make sure I constantly spend the second half of my section practicing at about 10% speed higher, and keep doing that until I reach 100. Because, like I said earlier, this is pretty much what a lot of the song minus the the chorus, the solo, and the bridge all sounds like. So if I knock this out, I'm pretty sure I've knocked out just short of 2/3 of the song. So something to work on, just so you can hear what 70% looks like. Here you go. Now on to the lead section. This one I'm actually pretty excited because I actually like how this one sounds a little bit more, but that's I contribute that to more power and the slight bit of tone. I'll show you what I mean in a second. For the lead section, I'll be using the Epiphone Les Paul, channeling my inner Ryusuke. And then also for pedal, I'm going with distortion. As you can see here, tone is halfway, levels a little over a third, and distortion a little less than that. Yeah, that one just sounds better to me. It could be due to the fact that since I always play the rhythm section first whenever I rehearse, this one is where I've really loosened up and I can play. Or maybe it's just the tone that sounds so good because of the distortion and the humbuckers, something like that. But I like this one. I like it. And also, I think one thing I might notice is it might be a little bit easier for me to play, like I said, because I've warmed up now. But I think also because of the size of the neck makes it a little easier for to conform to the size of my hands. Possibly. I'm still figuring that one out. I mean, I still love all my guitars, but I don't know. Probably because I've used this one and the SG so much when I first started out, I'm more used to it. But yeah, I'm digging the sound on this one, especially with just the right amount of distortion. I think I might have locked in this sound as far as how it should be, but I want to be thorough. I'm going to double check and make sure it lines up perfectly when I play it with an actual track at some point. But yeah, and then also here's 70%. And then also, yeah, that switch from the G chord to the F chord still gives me a bit of grief. So yeah, that's how we're kicking things off. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So that's about it how this one is starting up. So to polish off the intro and move on from there, the main things I'm going to have to deal with are chord changes, ramping up the speed, and yeah, those are about the two main things. Because I've already got the chord shapes more or less to the point where I know them. I just have to get to them in proper time and then ramp up that time. So yeah, I'd say that's about where I need to be and what I can focus on for the next month when I'm working on this part. But anyway, that's it for this one. This is DJ, aka 5 Guitars Guy. See you.